And something came to our attention that happened on a camp out that I think Mr. McCoy was the adult in charge of. I want to make sure I got the story straight. Okay. I understand there was an elderly gentleman that had a little problem. And a couple of boys from 413 said, hey, wait a second. I know what's happening. I understand exactly what's happening, and I know how to fix it. And they stepped up, and they did. Could I please have T.J. Levens and Joseph Long come forward? Now, before we embarrass them all to pieces, there's a formality to this. There are only 2 times that you get somebody coming, and you look at my uniform and you go, wait a second. His uniform looks different than the last time I saw it. The loops are a different color. I have a different patch on the sleeve. Because I'm here to declare a National Court of Honor on behalf of these 2 recipients of a National Certificate of Merit. This is a big deal. Now, these guys are saying, well, it's no big deal because we just turned the forms in and it magically happened. Right? Okay. That's fine. That's because these two gentlemen decided, I know what's wrong and I know how to fix what's wrong. And you didn't. Is that about right? Okay. Because of the way you guys think, it ain't no big thing, right? Let me tell you. It's a big deal for first, you knew what to do. That, in this part of the country, that means you're only about 8% of the people out there. 8% of your peers would even know what to do. Now, the sad thing is, you did it. That puts you in a category of about 5% of your scouting peers. That means you're exceptional. Congratulations. Now, Thomas, what does the certificate say?
The Boy Scouts of America, upon recommendation of the National Court of Honor, awards this National Certificate of Merit to Thomas J. Levens in recognition of the performance of a significant act of service in 2013.
Now, if you look at those signatures, they're not stamps. And who it is the National T3. So that top one's yours. Joseph, does yours say anything different? No. Congratulations. Moms and dads to stand behind her. Let's get some pictures taken, and then we'll continue with the regular Court of Honor.
The second thing we need to do is we need to close this National Court of Honor. Thank you for your time. It's been a pleasure being with you. You folks have a good evening.
TJ Wiggins, Joseph Malone.
Are you going to get that from story? Because Norm just stopped me and said, a lot of us don't know what happened. Yeah. I thought everybody in the troop knew. Hey, get out there and tell the story, guys. I don't care who tells. Somebody's got to tell our story. Work your way out. Okay, where's the Franks? I'll take that one. And where's the other one? Somebody's hot.
All right. So,
I've got him. Give him back.
I don't know who all was there at the time this happened, but it was at Mount Figueroa, I believe. And I don't know if it was just a normal backpacking trip or if it was a School of the Woods trip. It was School of the Woods. But we were just in camp, got finished setting up after we got in camp for the day. And these two people, a man and a woman, come down the trail, and they're telling us that they're low on water, and there's an elderly man that's with them that's kind of struggling. So Joseph and I started heading back up the trail. There's actually a river that you have to cross from on the trail at that spot where we were. So we went back and we saw him hiking, and we were bringing him water, and he fainted and fell on the way down the little hill on the bank of the river. He got back up, and of course he just said, "Don't worry, it's okay, I'm okay, I can go." But that's never usually true. So there was a little bit of a stressful time in there helping him across the rocks in the river. But he sat down in the river for a while. We got water on his head, pulled him down, gave him some water to drink. And then brought him up to our campsite and had him lay down on the bench. We elevated his feet and his head, and we needed to get him some food, some sugars and salts to help retain the water. So the two of us ran over to the adults camp, which was not that far away. But it was across, we ran down the trail a little bit. And we got some cranberries and some other jerky maybe or something. And he ate that, and he was in our camp for a little over an hour, I think. And we filtered some water, filled up their bottles, and sent them on their way. And they got back to their car. Did I forget anything?
So a little fun fact about that. Only 53 of those awards were given out last year. There was 1,698 given out